So it's saying I'm live now. I hope that it's working. I'm just going to text my friend and tell her to see if she can see it. Okay. She said she wrote hello. Can you see? No. Let's have a look. So if you'd watched the one previously, you would have said, you would have understood that I said this picture is so bad because my computer downstairs is uploading the newest version for this new microphone that I got. I might need to get a new camera as well because look at that. It's so pixelated. I can't even see it. And I'm blind because I just told you that as well, that I have keratoconus in my eyes. So I have to wear glasses and I hate wearing glasses. So hopefully people can see this. I don't think that they can. It says live. It says, I can't even click on the little thing. How do people do this? Like, I'm really good with technical stuff. Like, if something happens or like even a flat box comes out and we've got to build it, I'm the one that builds it. Like, I built the nursery, I built everything. And my partner's, a concreter. So, like, yeah, I can't believe how hard this is. But anyway, I will get the hang of it. So today was a little bit of a rough day. Not a rough day, more of an awakening day. So I'm going to learn how to structure each thing that I want to teach you, each thing that I want to share. And I don't want people thinking that what I say is gospel. I really need you to go and research everything that I say, because I could be led down the wrong path and you might be able to teach me something. So it's just that I've put in the time and the effort over the last 3 months and have been people have said obsessed, but it's more my path. So I keep saying, look, I'm not supposed to be like, you're supposed to give up everything bad, but like, I just can't. I'm just having a sip of beer. It's not that bad, is it? It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Actually, it's 6 here. I wonder what time it is where you guys are. Oh my God. And how weird. Yay. It said you can see me. Yay. Okay. So I'll just have another sip. How weird that the other live that I just did, and I was like thinking, I didn't even know if it was working. And then I pressed end and it said 222. And that's my angel numbers. So 2's been my lucky number since I can remember. I don't know if it's because I'm a Pisces, so that's 2 fish, and that's like a yin and yang. So I always see 222 every single day. But lately, the last 3 months, I've seen 333, 444, 555. Like I've told you, I've seen them all. I don't see 666, as apparently it's the devil number, but there's also another side to it that I'm learning. Okay, yay, other people are coming on. Okay, so that's good. So I will get the hang of it and I will get a better camera and hopefully you can hear me. Can somebody say if they can actually hear what I'm saying? Because like I've got this like little, I'm in my bed, like it's ridiculous. I've got this little microphone that I went and bought. Here I am in the car going to my best friend. I just don't know if I should do this. Like my partner doesn't want me to. Yay. Okay. My partner doesn't want me to, and I just don't know, but yet I'm driving to JB Hi-Fi and buying a microphone. So it's like my body is taking me there and going to do it, even though I'm saying, I don't know if I should. So yeah, so it was like kind of decided. And I told my partner said that he's just going to delete every single social media he's ever had and everything. And I said, good. And him saying that I've got nothing to teach anyone. I have to tell you that he loves me dearly, but he is an Aries. So I'll give you a little bit of background about astrology. I love astrology. So there is 12 zodiac signs, and it starts at Aries and it ends at Pisces. So he is an Aries and I'm a Pisces. So we are completely different. He is fire and I am water. So my, I guess the thing that I'm most passionate about and the thing that I'm most knowledgeable about is relationships. So that's really what I want to do. I want to help you in order to better your relationship with your partner, to learn love languages, and just to give you the ability to be able to love yourself. Because as I said before, that is the key to everything. You are the master of your dream. You chose to come here as a soul. And that might be, it's so strange for me to say, because some people will understand, other people will be like, what the fuck is she talking about? So we constantly reincarnate. So, but we decide that. So we have a contract before we come here, and then we are born. And that's why some people, they come in and into, like, they might be 4 years old and they will remember a past life. So there was a little Indian girl, and she was usually usually by the time a child gets to about 4, they lose that psychic ability, because then they're conditioned by society and the parents and things like that. But this girl's was so strong. She had remembered her past life till she was 11. So she used to, they used to create incense sticks with her family. She was a man in her previous life, and she died when she was 17 in a car accident, which was really sad. And she had a birthmark here. So she kept saying to her mum, I want to go see my mum and dad, my real mum and dad. And they're like, we are your real mum and dad. Like, what are you talking about? And she said, no, I live 40 minutes away, and it's over here. So anyway, eventually they gave in, because she wouldn't stop talking about every bit of detail about this other mum and dad she had. So they drove her there. She said, yep, it's just down the road here. She walked in, and the family knew straight away it was their son. This is an 11-year-old girl, and they sat down. You can Google it. Like, you can Google reincarnation stories. And she said, why don't you do this incense anymore? And they said, no, that was years ago, because I think this was 17 years later. So they're standing there looking at this little girl, recognizing their soul, her soul. And that was their son's soul. And then how strange for that parent. Like, that would break my heart, I guess, in a way, if you like had a child that thought somebody else was their mother. But let me have a look. Someone's saying, oh, good, yay, you can see me. So the reincarnation thing, because I've always been scared of death, and I've never wanted to talk about it. And like I said, when I was 4, running into my nan saying, oh my God, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. That might have been my little soul wanting to go home, because there is so many planets, constellations. There's so much out there. It makes me, like, it drives me crazy in a way. I understand it, because we are in our human form. So think about this, our planet is the size of a pinhead. So if you think we are the only people on this planet, you would have to be crazy or egotistical. So, but it's the process of waking up. And at the start, you kind of like, even with the Q thing and all of this stuff that's happening, and you watch Falkerball, and then you're like, no, I don't believe in that bit. Okay, seen evidence of that. Okay, now I believe in that. Oh, okay, now I believe in clones. Oh, yeah, now I definitely believe in that. Oh, yep. So then it's like a process. And now I can't believe that I didn't believe that there was something out there other than us. So I'll tell you a story of my experiences with psychics. So I've always had a need or a want to know what was going to happen, or just so intrigued with them. So I went to a lot were so bad. Oh my God. One lady said to me, and my best friend will laugh, she said, you love grapes, and you and oh my God, I was like, what the hell? Every single thing she said to me, I don't even know if she wasn't even looking at me. It was $80, and I walked out thinking that lady was everything she said was just stupid. Anyway, but then we did leave, and we did see a grape sign. But that, anyway, I don't know. That was just weird. But the best psychic I ever seen, she was about 80, and she would charge $20. And I went to her, and bless her soul, she sat there with me for 2 hours talking, saying, you are going to get married twice. You are going to have a little boy. He's going to travel the world with you. You have got the most beautiful soul I've ever seen. You're going to come across a lot of jealousy in your life. And you are going to be like, she said, I see you talking to people, or like counseling and stuff. She then stopped the recording, and she said, there's something going on with your father. He's not well. And at the time, my dad was going through a little bit of a bad patch, and he was in the hospital and things like that. So I don't want to go into his story or anything, but for her to pick up on that was just crazy. And she was so sweet to turn off the tape so that in case I didn't want to hear about it. But anyway, she said to me, your mum needs to live, love, and laugh. And when I left, because as you do, you ring your family, you're like, oh my God, they said this about this person. Do you know this? My mum said, you need to come over and have a look what's on my fridge. So I drove over there. Lo and behold, there it is. Live, love, and laugh. We still talk about it now. And she said, I just bought this today and put it on my thing. It's my new mantra. And I was like, oh my God. And I had a boyfriend at the time, which, oh my God, I've got so many stories to tell you about my love life, like how my love life's gone. Oh God. So the guy I was seeing at the time, he was Croatian and he was cheating on me and he spit chewy at me. I was at a club and he'd come out the front and just spat at me. Anyway, but I tell you what I did. Sorry, I do get really sidetracked. I was pretty smart and I thought he's definitely cheating on me. I think I was only 18 or something. So I changed my name in his phone and the girl that I was curious about to her name. And I went upstairs and I messaged him and he was downstairs and he got the message and it was like, hello. And I said, did you want to hang out on the week or tomorrow or something? Anyway, and he wrote back, yeah, sure. And then I went downstairs and said, oh, so what are you doing tomorrow? And he said, oh, I've got to go to church with. And I was like, oh, you asshole, that was me. And then he turned it around and was like, you're a psycho. You are an actual psycho, which I was. But I'm like, you're the one that's cheating. Like, are you joking? So I was so young then. I was 18. That's just one story. Anyway, so I can't even remember why I was telling you that. See, I can't remember. So I wish my best friend was here to be putting me back on track of why. Anyway, so that was one partner that I'd had. What was I saying? Sarah, can you please write on there and tell me what was I saying? Oh, God. Hang on, she just sent me a text. So sometimes what happens, right, okay, so she's put me back on track. So sometimes when I'm talking, I channel into something and then I get distracted by something else. And it happens all the time and it's really, really bad. So I try to work on just sticking to one thing. So this psychic that I went to see, I was in love with that guy at the time. And I was like, I was in love with that guy at the time. And I was like thinking, am I going to marry him? I was only 18. And she's like, this man is not for you. He's a cheater. And then that's after I'd done all that stuff with the phone. I did that later. So she was right, but she said I'd get married twice. And she said that man was going to be horrible to his wife. And he ended up trying to cheat on her many times later in life that I'd caught up with him or spoke just as friends. So she told me so much, but she said I'd be extremely spiritual and I'd get a lot of rings in my life. And that was funny because every boyfriend that I'd had all given me a ring, not necessarily an engagement ring, but yeah. So she was absolutely spot on and she charged $20. So she was great. I also seen Jackie. Do you know the Real Housewives of Melbourne? She was with, I can't remember her partner's name, but yeah. So I went to see her. She was good, but she spoke really, really quickly. A lot like myself. And so she could pick up names of people that like my nan and pop, and things like that. So she said, I don't talk to them anymore. And I was like, oh my God, this lady is legit. She said I was low in vitamin D, but she said so much to me that I think it was like throwing shit on a wall and seeing what will stick. No offense. But and then it's like something, she's like, you're going to move overseas and you're going to meet a guy at this club. And it's just normal things that I think, oh no, now I look back and I'm like, you were wrong about all of this stuff, but you were right about some things. So the reason why I'm telling you this story is because recently, just before I woke up, my ex-husband's mother, so my ex-mother-in-law, told me she went to see this man who is a medium, but he is able to channel your spirit guides. So I said I need to go and see him. So I booked in, went to see him. He told me that he was taken by aliens when he was younger. I'm gonna have another sip of my beer. So he was taken by aliens when he was younger. And here I am just sitting here in this old house just thinking, and he was English, and I'm like, which doesn't matter, but still, I was like, am I going to get raped and killed? He locked the door. I was like, this is freaking me out. So anyway, he's telling me how he was abducted by aliens, and they used to take him around the astral plane, and he knew all this stuff. Next minute, he sits there and he says, okay, and then he gets in his channeling mode, and he's like, hello, and I'm like, he's got his eyes shut. And I'm like trying not to, I don't know where to look. You know, when you're in yoga and everybody's got their eyes shut and you like open your eyes because you're like trying to see if they're meditating or whatever they're doing because you're just a sticky beak, or I don't know, you've got too much energy like me. So he's starting to talk in this weird voice. And I think he said his name was Samuel. And he said, "Oh, Ashley, we love you. We love you." And I'm like, okay. And he said, "You are on this path with your tarot and you are so beautiful and you're going to help so many people." And I'm thinking, okay, that's pretty spot on. And then he started to say things like, because I wanted to, like, my view was to, my dad's a psychologist, so he's got an office. And I kind of wanted to have like a wellness center where you can go and get like Reiki done, or you can come and see a psychic and then he's a psychologist, or you can see a naturopath. So it's more like back to like a natural kind of thing. So that was my goal. He knew that. And he said, you need to connect with these types of people and you're eventually going to be well known and all of this stuff. And I'm thinking, yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, because I'm too busy thinking this guy's talking as if I don't know where he said he was from, but I just couldn't stop laughing. But anyway, he said that it took a toll on his body and then he came out of it. And then he said he couldn't remember what he'd said. So I left there so confused. I'd never believed in aliens. Not really. I wasn't, I was just thinking that was strange, but he knew a lot about me. And hang on. I'll tell you what you should be drinking is water, which we'll talk about later. And this is an amazing bottle and it's got my crystals in there, which I'll tell you about. But anyway, back to the guy. So I wrote to him today because I'm thinking I need to go back and see this man. Now I'm like, I know that aliens are real. I need to come and talk to you and say, where am I from? How many years have I been here for? Where, like, all of this stuff. Like, so we are, I don't know. It's so hard. And I had some really, really good advice today. I went and seen my best friend and her really good friend. And because I'm a Pisces and such a talker, I do get distracted of things and I'm like, what topic am I talking about? But tonight this is just me just talking rubbish about what happened today. Then I'm going to have a subject. It'll be like pineal gland. And then I'm going to have exactly what it is, where it comes from, the history of it, of my understanding, the herbs you can take in order to decalcify and to cleanse it, and the reason why it is so important. So I'm going to have different lives and different videos for things that you will be interested in. So not everyone's going to want to know about their pineal gland, and not everyone's going to want to know about tarot cards. Not everyone's going to want to know about beauty or whatever the hell I'm going to be talking about. So I want to have different subjects for different people because I am so diverse. And even though my partner just said, what knowledge do I have to teach anyone? Oh my God, like, is he kidding? Anyway, so he lives in this 3D world where he just is wanting to make money and not spiritual at all, until he gets me to read his friend's tarot cards. So his friend came over the other day and said, I'm really sorry, Ash, I don't really believe in this stuff. And I said, I don't care. I do not judge anybody. I don't care what you believe in. I don't care if you believe in what I believe in or what I know or my ability. I don't care, because that is your perspective and that is your choice. I don't take it personally whatsoever. And why am I going to want to read them anyway? I'm at home, like, trying to relax. But anyway, I love this guy. So he said, you can do it. So I said, righto. So I'm sitting there and I'm just like channeling, and I'd had like a wine. I don't drink much. I don't like to drink. And I said, you're going to be given a boat and you need to be eating more omega-3. This is before I'm reading the cards. His face just goes bright white and he's like, my dad's just given me a boat. And I'm getting this girl I'm seeing is now cooking me fish because she said that I need omega-3. And I'm like, oh, okay, yes, sweet, because I'm used to it. And he's just like, oh, my God. And then now he's like, they write to me. Like, Nathan will take me to the pub. And next minute, I've got a whole bunch of people lined up ready for Ash to read their cards. And so I'm sitting there. Everyone's drinking. Everyone's crying. I'm out the front when the pub's shut with these old ladies. They're sitting on the concrete crying, going, thank you so much. And I'm like, it's okay, with my little mini cards that I take out. And I'm like, oh, my God. And Nave's like, yeah, babe, you're so good. Yep. But yet says that I shouldn't be doing this. Okay, so that's just like, yeah, we're just not going to listen to him. And he'll probably just spring in here soon and say something random like, what do you want for dinner for the 50th time? So I also want to help, like I said, with relationships and and choosing the right partner and how to choose the right partner. So many people are single and walking around this earth not knowing how to choose and how to attract the right person. You're attracting the same person, just in a different coat. That's what I was doing for years. I didn't understand that I was the master of my own destiny, and that whatever I thought and put out is what I created. So it's not just going, okay, yeah, I want this and that's it. You need to ask, believe to receive, but you need to picture it. Like, I don't mean you just go, oh, I want a really nice tall man. I want you to get a pen and paper, and I want you to write. If this is to do with anything, I am like a manifestation queen, and I will admit that. And you can, my best friend can testify. DMT, who said that? Yes, let's do it. Sorry. Anyway, so when we're now I'm off track. See, I'm thinking, see, what was I talking about? What was I talking about, Sarah? What was I talking about? So yes, I want to help you manifest. That's what I want to do, a huge big video on that, because it is absolutely crazy what I manifest in my life. Oh my God. Okay, so I'll tell you a little bit. So I was going into hospital. I can't remember what I was going in there for. I think I was going to visit somebody, or I had to go in for hospital for something. And I thought, I really want some earpods. I really want some earpods. So I thought, okay, I'm going to think about it. I want some earpods. I swear to God, I got my shopping delivered to my house, and I was going through them, and I was about to go up to the hospital. And there were, I wouldn't believe it if you were telling me. So, but anyway, my best friend can attest to this. I seen this little white thing in the shopping, and I'm like, what is this white thing? I didn't order this. What is it? I open it up, and they're AirPods. So they're obviously the driver's AirPods. So I'm ringing Woolworths trying to get them to tell me. They're like, we don't know who this is. We don't know. Sorry. No. Like I couldn't get in contact with this man. And I was trying to plug them in so that he could get the location of them. But I was like, oh, well, I'll just wait until he contacts me, but I'm going to use them. So then I took them to the hospital with me, cleaned them, of course. Anyway, but then I'm just sitting there with it, and I'm like, that's so weird. And I still haven't heard from him. So if you're out there and you've lost your earpods, you know what I mean? Contact me, because that was just weird. Also, another weird thing, I told you that I won the trip to Hawaii, because my ex-husband was a pro bodyboarder, and I said I was going to win the trip to Hawaii. I won the trip to Hawaii. I said I was going to get free boobs, and I got my boobs done for free. I went to Sydney, and I really wanted to see this lady to get I haven't had heaps of work done or anything, but I do love Botox and things like that. Probably not now, because it's probably poison, but anyway, so they said your appointment's going to be late. It's going to be 20 minutes late. So I was like, okay, where's the nearest pub? Because I'm going to go put $20 in the pokies, and I'm going to pitch a $650, because that's how much it's going to be, and I'm going to get it. And I just knew it in my heart. I asked this man. He said, I just got there in the corner. I ran so quick. I'm a really fast runner. I ran really quick. I put $20 in this poker machine that just like kept giving me money for this, like, I think it was 6 months anyway. 2 hits, $650, got the cash out, ran back down, got my Botox. My friend was there with me. She seen the whole thing, and it wasn't surprising to me, but the Botox lady's there going like, what the hell? So anyway, so it's like not just, so that's why I wanted to create my candles. I'm not very good at being the money, like the money side of things and stuff. I don't like asking people for money. I don't like charging for my readings, but my partner and everybody is saying you need to charge for your reading. So what I'm going to do is say, I'm going to give you your reading, and then you pay me what you feel that you can afford, or what that you feel it was worth. So I think that that's a good trade, because I'm giving you my energy, and when I give you my energy, I give you my energy. So that's really taxing on myself and my body, but I also need something either in return. So usually they'll give me a review or something like that. But anyway, back to manifesting. So I decided to start making candles. So I mean, there is so much work that goes into these candles. I get the color that is related. So I'm making a money candle, right? So I've got the color that's related to money. I've got every herb you can think of that is related to money. I've got I don't like magic, like black magic or anything like that, but I do believe that spelling, as I said, like when the word spelling, so it's a spell. So when everybody is I don't really want to bring it into it, but say everybody is laying on the ground with their mask on and they're yelling out saying, I can't breathe. They're actually putting a spell on the earth when you think about it, to give it into a low vibration. Not that I'm saying that what happened to him wasn't that was the worst thing ever, but I'm just explaining to you that a lot of people want our our universe at the moment, our little world, to have a low vibration. That's why I'm here to help you bring your vibration up higher. That's what I'm doing. Not to go and talk about all the bad stuff and things like that. I'm here to help you to see the light and to get to the good and the exciting part. So when I'm making my candle, I will have music on that is relating about money to me, and the frequency, because sound's really important. Then I've got oils in there that is going to be related to money and to manifesting. So then as I am stirring the wax, I am picturing the money. I am saying my intention prayer. I'm not religious, but it's still prayer. I don't know another word. And I'm stirring it, and I'm giving my all to this candle. So then I put my crystals on top. So it's like a little bundle of joy from me. So I'm going to make love candles. I've got protection candles. I'm even going to make mother-in-law candles. For people that don't get along with their mother-in-law, I'm going to be making them. I'm not going to share too much because it's exciting and it's a really good idea that I've got, but I'm going to be making them. So I'm slowly in the process of doing that. But anyway, my money candle, I made 2 because I thought I'll test this out. I'll see if it works, because I knew it was going to work. So I get the candle and I light it, and I'm like, I'm going to get some money. Anyway, so I'm doing the washing, and I find a $100 bill out of my partner's shorts, and I'm like, fuck yes, I'm getting paid to do the washing. Put it in my pocket. I find another 50. I was like, that's a bit weird. Put it in my pocket. And then I went upstairs and I was like, said to my son, can you go get the mail out of the mailbox? And I never ever have asked him to get the mail. And I thought in my head, oh, I don't want to know, it's going to be bills. I went, no, it's not. You're going to get money. And I was thinking, yeah, right, like whatever. Anyway, he comes in, I open the thing. It's a check from the tax place for $520. I dropped the thing, was like, what the hell? Because then the candle was lit. So I wrote to my best friend and said she'd just been made redundant, all this stuff. Anyway, I don't want to go into her story. But I said to her, write whatever you want for this job that you want. Write exactly what you want. And then I want you to light the candle, okay? And I didn't think she was going to, I knew she wasn't going to really write the stuff, but I knew she'd light the candle and think about it. But anyway, so she wanted this perfect job that we'd found, and we were like, this is the one. She lit the candle. 2 days later, she got a call. She got the job. And oh my God, all she wanted was to wear black and to have coffee. Like, it wasn't too much. And she wrote it all down though. It was a lot bigger list than that. But honestly, she went there, they were wearing black and they were drinking coffee. And it's so perfect for her. And then next minute, some things happen with money and all this stuff. And she's like, oh my God, this candle works. You need to be making them. So, but okay. So with the candles, when you think about it, I had the idea a long time ago, but I thought my intuition just, like, even when I do my readings, you'll write to me and say, hey, Ash, I need a reading. You DM me on Instagram. I don't do it straight then and there. Usually it'll be, I need your name and date of birth. That's it. And your question. I will then be channeled to wherever it is, and I'll go, okay, I've got to go read this person's cards. And then I start going, and then I start texting you, and I'm writing flat out, straight out, and sending you the cards and giving you advice and saying, get this book, you need this, you need that. So I'm like a doctor that gives you like a script. So I'm like, you need rose quartz because you're doing this, and this is how you're feeling. And then next, so they can keep it. So it's, instead of doing face-to-face readings, which I would happily do, but it's so weird that like Corona come, and then I was doing them via DM anyway. And I can, so I pick up on a lot of the energy through that. And which is, so anyway, so what I was saying is, what was I saying? See, here I go again, because I must be tuning into someone that's on the chat. Someone's trying to talk to me. Get out of my head. So, all right, what was I saying? The manifestation candle, and I'm making the candle. What was I saying? Sarah, you need to type again. Okay, I'm picking up on somebody. Somebody's not feeling very well. Somebody's not feeling, I don't know, I feel like somebody's crying. So there's somebody there that's crying or feeling really, really lonely. I'm picking up on somebody that's feeling extremely lonely and not knowing where to turn, or they might have just had a fight with somebody. But yeah, I don't know where that come from. I'm really sorry. That happens sometimes, especially when I'm open on this like platform. So I was telling you about the candles. Okay, so my everything is timing. So I'm making these candles, and I'm making them, and my best friend and my part, everyone's like, my partner's like, let's get these fucking candles going. Come on, I'll help you. I'm like, we do not need any of your energy near these candles, okay? I don't need any. No. So when I'm making them, if I make an Aries candle that's like a workaholic and you need like money, that type of, like, not not the money one, but like a working one, like for the Naries, he'll be the man that I'll be getting there with me. Because even the love one, I get the petals that my pop had given to my nan because they've been in love and married for years. So much goes into this. So when I was doing the money and the protection candles, this was just probably 3 months before this virus come out. And I said to my best friend, she's like, why aren't you launching it? You've got everything here. We've got all the stuff. You've started to make. And I was like, I don't know why. So it's not the time. Like, why not? Why isn't it the time? Well, I don't know. It's just not the time. Imagine if I had sent these candles out and people had bought them. Next minute, you can't get toilet paper. The pubs are shut. Like, and you might die from this virus that like everybody's dying in China and everything. Can you imagine? You would have blamed my candle. And that was my intuition saying, not ready. You're not ready yet. And now I'm getting to the point of where I'm becoming more ready. But I honestly needed to become more awake also, I think, in order for my intention to be going in there. Because I'm so experienced in the love side of things and the relationships that I have so much advice for people. So that part I'm already good at. But all the other bits to do with each star sign and things like that, my best friend is a Libra and she is the most purest. Like she is somebody that just, people that just don't do anything wrong. Like is so witty and will have the best comment of the day, like the funniest, smart comment of the day. I'm so loud, she's quiet. We are yin and yang. Like if we would go to a hotel and there's a really good bed and there's one, she'll let me have the best bed. This is why we work. Like I'm allowed to be loud and have like the center of attention, and she is the, you know what I mean? People think she's quiet. She's not that quiet, but not quite with me. But like, so she's the yin to my yang. She's Libra. So Libra is all about justice. She fights for the underdog. And I mean, if something in my life is unjust and I tell her about it, it seems to be right. It just gets, somehow her power just comes in. So when she'll be making my justice candles, she'll be making my Libra candles with me. You'll be so lucky to have her do that. I mean, this girl is powerful. She would just say like, and that's it. And the reason is, and I'm not saying that, it's like, someone that's never like got a speeding ticket or anything like that. She's fun as, and was crazy. I did corrupt her, I guess, when she was younger and stuff, but still just like a really, really good citizen. That's how you could say. Yes. So that's it. That's an exciting thing that I have coming up, but I don't want to be one of those people that is like, oh my God, buy my candle, do this, do that, because that's not what I'm trying to do, especially on here, but it is part of my journey. So I'm just talking. Have I even took a breath? Does anyone have any questions? Ask me a question. When do your mum? Someone said something about DMT. So I would really like to hear people's experiences on that and what you've seen, because my brother said that he had seen a Indian or some type of man that told him just to be himself. So apparently it's really gets you into a different dimension, and it can be, I'm not condoning taking drugs whatsoever, but people have already done it. So if they want to share their experience, then I just think that's fine. Share your experience. But I personally haven't done it. I don't know what would happen if I did it, because I'm such a tripper anyway. Oh my God, I need to tell you this story that I told this girl today. This is how much of a tripper I am. So I was working at a recruitment place. So I loved this job. I was really good at this job. So my background is really in getting people work and employment. So I was an account manager for, I'm not going to mention the name of the place because it's the worst place you could ever work. And we had legal stuff going on. Anyway, we went out for drinks, and this man, this boy, he's not even a man, he literally hit me in the face. I was new. Right. I'd got all these. So my job, of the stuff in the beginning, my job was to manage the accounts of the labor hire. So say if you worked for a building company and you needed 10 laborers for tomorrow to work for a week, I would come in and I would do a risk assessment. I'd get the guys ready. I'd get their uniform, get their pay, do all of that stuff. I'd never done this job before ever. They just hired me because they said, oh, you've got a great personality. I'm like, okay, cool. So sweet. That was a huge responsibility with no training. So anyway, we have work drinks. It's been like, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. I was going great. I was meeting my KPIs. People were loving me on the job sites and stuff. And I was like, I've got to drive to places. And the guy that taught me was amazing. He was an amazing soul. He was leaving because the company was so corrupt and just so bad. And I should have listened, but I was like, oh, I like to learn for myself other than just listen to other people. So the guy that so we went out for drinks, and this guy, and I think he might have been maybe a year younger than me. Anyway, so he gets his iPhone and he goes, "You've got a big nose like me." Bang, and whacks me on the nose with an iPhone. So you can imagine going, boop, and that's what he said. He goes, "You had a big nose." Boop, boop, boop. And he booped me on the nose fucking like 5-6 times. And I was like, don't touch me. Don't touch me. Please don't touch me. It really hurts. Like if you even whack yourself, if you get hit in the head with a ball or something, or you played football, it hurts and your eyes water. And this guy I don't know if he's trying to flirt or what he's doing, but I'm like, I've never been hit or touched by you just don't do that. We're at a work function. So I go over to the boss, this guy who thinks he's fucking killing it, right? He thinks he's so good. They actually thought they were off suits. They had mugs that said lit, we're lit. Like, it was so embarrassing. But anyway, it was like a men's club. That's why the other guy left. He said they're just like little dweebs. I don't know what word to call them. But anyway, so this guy keeps hitting me on the nose because I've got a big nose like him apparently, hitting me. So I went to the boss, who thinks he's the man, and said, can you please tell him to stop hitting me? And he goes, oh, that's just him. Don't worry about it. And I'm like, yeah, no, but it's really hurting me. Can you tell him to stop? He didn't tell him to stop. So I went to the toilet and I called my best friend and I rang her crying and I said, I love my job and I don't want to be a shit stirrer or go and dob and say, this man's hurting me. But I had to do something about it. So I went back and told the girls that were sitting there, and I was crying at that stage. I'm pretty tough. It's not. And he came around and went, boop, again. And the lovely guy that was leaving, that's why we were there having the party, was leaving. So he said, you touch her again and I'll hit you. And I actually said to him, you touch me again and I'll cut your fucking dick off. So I was just so upset that because you're just kind of in shock. So anyway, I left there and then they let me go or whatever. So even though I had all of this evidence, complete evidence, and I ended up working for a workers' compensation company after that. So if that's not the universe helping me out, and I can't even go into it because it's legal. But anyway, it was just too strange. So he has hit me in the face, all of this stuff. I've left the job, and then now I'm getting more things coming in. I've got to snap out the stuff. What was I saying? Oh my God. Okay, yes. So legally what they need to do is, because I was a client of theirs to start with and they hired me, they legally need to get me another job. So after I'd left there, I went for a few interviews and stuff, and I was like, oh, I don't know about it. Anyway, so I'm sitting at home. I get a phone call and I'm like, hello? And they're like, hi. I couldn't really hear where they were from. And I said, hi. And they said, oh, we would just like to offer you this job. And I said, are you fucking joking? Are you kidding? You are going to go, you're ringing me to give me a job after you've hit me in the face so many times. I know what you're up to. Anyway, the person on the end of the line said, is this Ashley? This is blah, blah from TAFE, and we just wanted to offer you a job. I went, oh my God. It was an interview I'd just gone for. They were offering me a job. So I went, hello, oh, and then hung up really quickly and then changed my voicemail. I was like, oh my God, mortified. Who does that? I was screaming at this poor lady saying, how fucking dare you? And she was offering me a job. But I was so distraught because this had all just happened. So, oh my God, there's just so much. This is just my life. It's just thing after thing after thing, story after story after story. But that job led me, because it was helping people find jobs, that then led me to go work and help people get jobs from workers' compensation. So say if it was a truck driver who just had a car accident or something he couldn't truck drive anymore, I would then have to find him another job. I was really good at it because I understood that man isn't going to want to go and work in a shop, in a clothes shop that they're making him do. And I'm like, no, let's think about it. So I would think about it and I would say, I know you might not be good with computers, but would you like to schedule the trucks in because it's something you know about? And he would be like, yeah, I'd be up for that, Ash. So I was really good at that job. That was really good. And then I got a promotion into a different company, but it was for the actual workers' compensation company. So then I started to learn my rights of how that man had hit me and how much evidence I had of it and how bad it was that they'd let me. I've never been fired from anything, and I'd had so much evidence of how good I was going. So that was really, that was, like I said, just each little bit of the universe coming up to help you. So that worked out for the better. And then that led me to think, okay, I read tarot all the time anyway. I don't really want to do 9 to 5. So that's what I'm going to do. And I had a baby because I have a little girl. So yeah, that was a bit of a crazy story of me screaming at a poor lady who's just trying to give me a job. So what I was saying also, you should not be drinking, like, I think that everybody has their thing. People have, I don't smoke, I don't drink much, I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, that's not my thing. It used to be when I was younger, but like after you hit 30, the hangover is just way, and when you have kids, you just can't do it. So I'm trying to be healthier, but tonight I've had a beer because I've had a bit of a stressful week. But when I was telling you about the water, which I'm going to do a thing on a channel, like a live about water, to explain to you how important it is, and how don't ever drink tap water. Okay. Just don't drink it. So I bought myself this really nice bottle, and I'll put in the comments where I got it from. It's from the Crystal Bottle Co. And the lady was so nice. And it's even got my name engraved in it. Like, I think it was like $80 or something. But what she does is she sends the crystal. So these are tiger eyes. So these are really great for me tapping into my psychic ability and stuff. And as I was telling you, when water has memory, so when I said about the poison with the beaker, and the poison was sitting in the water, and even though that it was such a tight, just like this, it's so thick, how could that poison get into that water? It's because the water has memory and it picks up on it. And this doesn't even need to touch that in order for that to give it that vibe. Okay, so even like, yeah, and because water likes to be in a cylinder type thing like that, that was just a really weird move that I did. I didn't mean to do that. But anyway, so this is my favorite water bottle and I love it. But it is glass and they do smash. So if you go to the gym, just, I don't know, make sure it's like BPA or whatever it is, free. But having a glass of water, like I talked to somebody today, this lovely girl, she doesn't drink water either. I never drink water. My doctor said to me once, they're like, how much water do you drink a day? Or I watched that documentary and they're like, a normal human drinks 2 liters of water a day. I'm like, what the fuck? I haven't even had a sip for a week. I drink Coke. Oh my God. And I heard that Coca-Cola has human DNA in it. All right. So I heard that. I've got to do some more research before I'm like going to be, I don't want to be getting at Coca-Cola really angry and stuff. But I know Pepsi has, but still, I was like the biggest Coke drinker. I love it, but I wondered why, and I crave it. But anyway, so I wasn't the biggest water drinker. But now that I know that our body is 70 and 80% water, it is so important for us to have the right water. So if you can Google alkaline water locally to you, where you can go and buy bottles and things like that, because even if you're boiling the water from the jug, that's good because you're sterilizing it, but then you're killing out all the goodness. So you're killing out all the minerals and everything from it anyway. So the best thing in the whole world for you to be drinking is water, and people need to know that. Also, having an alkaline diet at the moment is huge, because I've had so many people ringing me and talking to me and saying that they feel really sad, or they're really lost, or their family members aren't, they've lost so many friends. I see so many people on Facebook saying, I just lost another friend because they've awoken to this thing, to this new, I don't know what to call it, like the evilness of the world. So we have all been put here right now, every single person in this whole universe, in this world of the world we live in, we are here for a reason and a purpose. Some people are here to just be spectators on the sideline. Others are here because they've got a sole purpose. I think that's why I had depression, and I just didn't understand what my purpose was. Once I found what it was, and once I started to investigate things and to research myself, then it just was like this weird calmness. And I'm like, my job isn't to be showing you the evil of the world. My job is to be helping you see the bright side out of that evil and to not get caught up in that. It's okay. I'm the worst. Go on my Facebook. I'm sharing every single thing. I get in trouble every day. I had this lady write to me. I asked her just to have a look at my astral chart. Like, she was a really lovely lady. And I said, oh, if you could look at it. And she was really nice. And then she wrote me this thing saying, I would just like to say that you've gone from a really articulate, nice young lady, or whatever she said, to a obsessed girl that can't put a sentence together. I'm like, bitch, I haven't been able to put a sentence together ever. Have you heard me speak? Have you seen me write? I don't check what I write. It's spelled, I don't even I reckon Twitter changes my words, I swear, because I go back and I think I didn't write that. But anyway, so this lady's having a go at me, and she's supposed to be spiritual and supposed to be like a guide. Is she kidding? You don't come at someone like that. I would never inbox someone and be like, you don't know me from a bar of soap, number one, we've never met. And you're writing to me and saying I've changed. Hello. When she can tell apparently by my chart that I've changed. But even though she's saying, because I said, you're saying I'm obsessed and I'm this, and she said, I never said that. So then I had to screenshot what she'd said, circle it and say, yeah, you did. And I said, and I'd just like to say that, sorry that you like feel that way or whatever, but maybe that's your ego speaking, because if you were really here to help people, you would say, are you okay? You don't seem like your normal social media self. Like, who is she? But anyway, I was like, okay, so you're going to get a lot of judgment, especially when you're waking up. What is it? Was it someone I merged with unconditional love and it felt almost too sweet? There's a brand called DYLN and it's a refillable bottle that alkalines your water. I have one and love it. And that is Chrissy Lovebug. Okay, so Chrissy Lovebug saying that there's a brand called DYLN. So you can see that in the comments, and it's a refillable bottle, because I'm in Australia. So where you're going to need to Google, and this lovely guy said to me, because he's like, where do you get the water? I said, it's okay. Where do you live? I'll try and find it. He's like, no, how are you going to find everybody the right water? I was like, that's true. You may need to do that yourself. So if you just Google it and you find it, go to the place where they have it and they'll show you where they get it from. This lady was showing me the waterfalls and everything. We ended up nearly crying to each other, saying, because I was like, oh my God, water's so precious and I've been treating it like shit. And she's like, I know. She's dedicated her life to it. So I was lucky to find this place, and it was really cheap, and they deliver it to my door, and then it's in a great container. It's got the hot and cold water thing. So yeah, so I really think that is a really, really good investment. I just bought some doTERRA oils as well, because I'm trying to get the poisons that they put in the vaccinations out of us. So there's things that you can do. You can have, like, say, a bath with Epsom salts. I think it's bicarb soda and some lavender. So little things like that you can do with your kids, and that helps get the mercury and all the poisonous and all the little of the stuff that they've got, because it's a very controversial subject at the moment. So so that's something you can do. And I've just bought so many herbs and like these weird drops of stuff, and I put it in my son's hot chocolate, and I felt so bad. I was like, because it's like iron or something, or iodized something or something. So it's really good for getting the poisons out. So I put a little drop in his hot chocolate, and I'm like, there you go. And he goes, did you put something in it? And I'm thinking he's going to think I'm poisoning him. And I'm like, no, it's just a different type of Milo. Anyway, he's like, oh, okay, yeah, sweet, and drank it. And I was like, okay. And then I'm going to explain it to him, though, because otherwise he just will not drink it. So there's a lot of things that you can do in order, because I've got people ringing me crying because their kids' vaccinations are coming up, and they're like, I can't get my child vaccinated. I can't. What do I do? This is the rash he got before, and he's spewing, and they said it was a coincidence. And I'm like, I do not even know where to direct you. It's your mum gut. You do what you've got to do, because if you don't get your child immunized, they can't go to daycare. So I think they can go to public school. Does anyone know anything about that, if they can go to the public school or anything? I think they can go to school, but they can't actually go to the daycare, which makes it really hard. But so and that confuses me, because if you're vaccinated, then you're not going to catch it, if whatever they're saying it is. So yeah, I'm doing more research into whatever that is before I I'm never going to get any shots ever again, the flu shot or whatever, because of the things I've heard and, the ingredients in them. A lady actually called Poison Control and said, oh my God, I've just, if my child has had all of this stuff put into them, what would happen? And she said, well, you would be done with murder or something. You'd be charged with murder, because that is a poisonous things that should not be in a body. So that was from the Poison Line Control. So that was like, yeah. So I will be doing a lot more research about that. And it's really confusing because some people are saying that Trump's so against vaccinations, which he is, because I seen all of his tweets because like I was real sus on everything. And I'm like, because he keeps saying therapeutics. And I love what he did when and everyone went off their head saying, oh my God, how dare he say inject disinfectant? People don't understand how genius this man is. He has just sat there and served pizza, Domino's pizza. So I'm not even going to explain that. So the Domino's effect, because he's taken him down. So at the moment, he hasn't shown me anything at all to say that he is not on the side of the light side, the white hats. He has not shown me anything. And I've got an open mind. I don't blindly lead people and go, yeah, where we go one, we go all. It's not like that. I'm sharing that and I'm like, yes, because I love the movement. I love that everybody's getting involved with it and we're all uniting. And like, so I think that that's beautiful and I think it's great. But it's also, I still question things because that's what Q teaches you, is to question things. And I'm just in my nature anyway. But so that's with Kanye running for president. Like, sorry, that's my baby crying. My partner's trying to put to bed. So why is Kanye running for president? Because we know that he had that secret meeting with him ages ago. So people are saying that he is taking the black votes or whatever. He's trying to get the black vote in order to take them off Joe Biden. So I'm not quite sure if somebody knows anything more about that because I haven't looked into it, but my mum was telling me about that today. So yeah, that's a little bit confusing, but a lot of stuff's happening and hopefully a lot more people are waking up. Are you feeling people are more waking up or you think they'd be more asleep? I guess it's where you look. If I go on Facebook, all I see is people that are sheep yelling at everybody saying, stay inside, you're going to kill your grandmother. Like, and then next minute I go to Twitter and they're like, yep, this person's a reptilian and they're this and that. Like, it really does depend on who you're, it really does depend on what platform you are. And I guess who you're following also. But like, it's so weird in my Facebook, I keep getting, because my gut was, and I don't like to talk about it too much, but my gut was saying not to get my daughter vaccinated for her next ones, right? So I was like, my gut is saying no, and I'm a psychic, so I'm like, I've got to look into it. And my Facebook keeps coming up with ads. This is what you can do with a kid with autism. This is a really good herb for when your child has autism. So I'm like, why are they showing me that? Like, it was just really strange. So, and then what has somebody else said? So they are waking up. That's good. So yeah, I feel that too. I've had so many people say to me, because you're posting things. So many people say to me, I didn't even see any of that stuff that you posted. I didn't see it because it's not showing me because I'm shadow banned. So what I've done, like, and then they go and look on my stuff, but I've got so many inboxes saying it's so controversial, the stuff that you're sharing, but we love it so much because that's the only place that we're getting the information from. So I've got half the people, I've lost some friends that are like, you've lost it, you're crazy. And then I've got other people that I would never have thought would be that woke that are like, yep, 100%. Thank you so much. We need you to be sharing more for the people. And I'm like, I feel like I've got an obligation to, in a way. And I don't want to just fill up their feeds with negative stuff, but it's more like, I don't know, if I think it's worth sharing, then I'm like, I've got to share it because I don't know who else is going to do it. So yeah, the whole universe, the whole world at the moment is going through a upgraded process within our whole body. So it's like people are going to be upset and confused and you're going to be arguing. Try not to argue with your family. Do not sit there and make them wake up. You cannot make someone wake up. If they're not ready to wake up, if they watch Forkball and cannot wake up from that, you cannot wake them up. And maybe they're not meant to. You just need to learn who to talk to. Have your friends that you can talk to about it, and then have your friends that you don't, because you do need to just have a normal life as well, because otherwise you get dragged into it and you will be researching and researching. I'm just doing this. Why are you in here? See, okay then. Sorry, thank you. Thanks. Anyway, so try to limit yourself and getting angry. Don't get in discussions with people and fighting them. Give them your proof or whatever you want to do and then leave it. Send them love and that's it. Do not get in arguments and calling people names. Like, I have a girl on my Facebook that I went to school with, and she's like, you need to do something about your nose, and you need to do this because she's a nurse, and I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? And like, there's just so many people that are in such a low vibration, and you really want to stay away from that. You really, really need to stay in a higher vibration. So I want you changing your thoughts, because we are what we think. So just like when you're looking for your partner, which I'll do another like channel for that too, when I want you to write a list of exactly what you want. Write a list of everything, nothing that you don't want. Don't write, I don't want a smoker, because you'll get a smoker. You need to write, I want someone who's healthy, and write everything, absolutely everything you can on that list. That's like with my vision board. I just cut things out now and just stick it on there. And then eventually it just turns up my TV, my car, everything, because it's just like becomes a natural thing. But it's also the way we talk to ourselves. If you're sitting there looking in the mirror thinking, oh my God, I'm too fat, I'm too ugly, I'm too this, that is just going to be your brain is like a garden, and your thoughts are the seeds. So if you are only planting negative thoughts, only negative things are going to happen. So you need to be planting positive thoughts in order for that positivity to come to you. It's like the parking angel. When you go and you drive into the shopping center and you think, oh, I'm going to get a park, you won't get a park. You drive in there and you go, I know I'm going to get a park. You'll get a park. And it just starts to come. And now I know I'll get a park at the front. And anybody that's with me is just like, how'd you know that? It's like, and then now they're like, my parking angel. And then you'll learn about the numbers. So just Google that. If you're starting to see, you'll start to see numbers. It might be 222, 333, 444. I'll do a thing on that if you like as well, telling you what each one means. I had a really good friend who kept seeing his birthday, and he kept, every single time he watched a show, his birthday would come up. And he didn't understand why that was. So we looked into it a bit, and it's because that's your reincarnation day. That's the day that you were brought into this earth. So that was his people that had passed trying to tell him that he's worthy and that he's worth love. And we'd gone into it and yes, it was beautiful. So there is so much meaning behind 1111, exactly. So there's so much meaning behind all of that. I screenshot it on my phone every day. Every day I get 2222. So I just screenshot it because I'm just so used to it. But lately I've been driving and seeing an actual sign that will say a word that I've been thinking, so it just starts to get a little bit, anyone that knows me, it just gets really, really, really strange. But so my end goal for all of it is to have a more clear picture to help you as much as I can. As I said, write your questions on there. And so that I can investigate it for you. So because we're all learning and waking up together. That's what I want to do. And I want to make the process so that you don't feel you're alone, because you're not alone. So many people are going through it. And I've really found that in a relationship, there's one person that's really awake, trying to wake their partner up, and their partner's like, fuck off. I don't want to hear that shit. Like, you're obsessed. That doesn't make any sense. And that's like, I'm the one that's awake, and then I'm talking to the other couples that are the awake partner. So, or other people just don't care. Like, they're just like, it's good. I don't need to hear it. Like, people I've tried to tell, I'll have to go into that too later. Mandela effects. Oh my God, I've got so much to do. See, and I just get so sidetracked. And I had a really, really lovely person write to me about the age of Aquarius. He'd lost somebody, and he was saying, will that person, I think, reincarnate and come back? I'll go back and have a look and write it down and answer the question better later, because we're coming into the age of Aquarius, because that's what I was questioning, like, because Aquarians usually don't like me. And I'm thinking, what's this mean for me? I'm a Pisces. We're coming out of the age of Pisces, coming into Aquarius. Where does that leave me, and what does that mean for each individual person? So I recommend that you find out your birth time, ring your mum, find out your birth time, find out where you were born, and get the CoStar app. The CoStar app is amazing. You can add people on it. And there's also one called the Pattern. So that one's good. That one's good also. But what it does is it shows you your where all the planets were when the moment you came into this earth, which is so important. You have three main ones. So you have your rising, your moon, and your sun sign. So your sun sign's what people say, what's your star sign? That's your sun sign. And then you've got your moon sign, which is how you feel and how you deal with things emotionally. And then you've got your rising sign. That is how other people see you. So my rising sign is a Leo. So when people meet me, I'm like, hello, how are you? Like, oh my God, like, Pisces not supposed to be like that. So that is my rising sign. So because I was really confused when I was just thinking, so many people were like, I hate astrology, that's not me. And I'm like, well, you haven't even looked into your other three. You might connect more with that, or you might, even if you're on the cusp, you really got to look into it. And I really think that once you do that, especially when you're choosing a partner, really look into what star sign they are. Just because you get that connection and you're like, oh yeah, yeah, trust me, later on down the line, because I'm going to go into that. I've got a friend who is at the moment so funny. She's young. She's like on this dating Twitter rampage, but she's doing it off their star signs and their sun and their moon and their rising. So she's going to actually be doing a pod. I'm going to interview her, and she's going to be telling you about her dating stories. And so she's like, nah, he's Cancer. Nah, he's this and that, which just absolutely cracks me up. So she's just out on her little mission, and I love her. She's a little Gemini, and yeah, so she's on her little journey, and we're kind of meeting up together and to discuss and to like, because we don't know everything. You can never know everything, but people know more than others. And I want to share with you places that you can go in order for you to learn. Yeah, the CoStar app is the bomb. It really is. It really helps you. It just puts it in layman's terms, and also you can put your partner on there, so it'll tell you how alike you are with your partner, and it'll give you little insights on your day to day, the month to month, things like that. Also, a really good app is the Vision Board app, because we live in such a digital world on our phone and things like that. Not many people like to just sit there and cut out of a magazine or print things and have an actual vision board. I suggest you do that because it seems to cement it more into your brain and into your subconscious, and you can literally see it. And if you can wake up, even if you put it on your fridge and you see that car that you want and you picture yourself driving that car and you know you're going to get that car. It's not, oh, I really want that car. I know I'm going to get it, and I can see myself driving it, and I can see the keys, and I can see myself unlocking it. I can see the big red bow. That's how deep I want you to go with this. So you can either do them, you can do them like that, or you can get the app. I've got the app on my phone, and you can just Google them, cut it out, and then you just upload it. And what it does, it gives you a reminder, and it then does a 30-second glimpse and shows you all the pictures. So it puts it into your subconscious. I forget to do mine, but I went back the other day and there was like 20 things on there that I'd put on there that I'd got that I'd forgot I'd even asked for, because I'm so used to just the manifesting it's come naturally to me. So we've also got our birth cards. So our birth cards were to do with tarot. So usually you have two. I can help you get the calculator to work that out also. So I have three. So I am ruled by the Magician, I'm ruled by the Wheel of Fortune, and I'm ruled by the Sun. I'm pretty sure it's Sun or the Moon. I've just had a mind blank. So because I'm ruled by the Magician, he is the man for manifesting whatever the hell he wants. So I cannot wait to show you and teach you about tarot, because even if you're like, not for me, honestly, the way that it can help you with your life and how in depth the cards go, I'm going to do a video for each one. I'm going to do one for the Fool, because that's where you start your journey, because you're a fool. You're walking off a cliff. There's a little dog. I'll show you the picture. Chap like going at his legs. That's like waking up. Let's say that it's like waking up with tarot, because you're jumping into a world that you just don't know what the fuck you're doing, and you've got a little dog. Is he coming with you? Is he trying to warn you? And what's next? So the Fool is number one. Is zero, sorry. The Fool is zero. And when I start to teach you numerology, so when we can do, I can teach, when I'm teaching you what each card means, you will then be able to read any deck of cards. The Rider-Waite Tarot is the main deck. That was when it was like, no one knows when it was created. So for me to be able to teach you those, then you can get your angel cards out, and then we can do readings. I want to do some on here. I want to get some cards out and like channel into somebody on here when I've got more people. I've only got 7 people in here because I didn't even know how to tell everybody I was going live. But I want to do like live readings where you come on, but I can't do it on my phone. I need 1,000 subscribers to be able to do the lives on my mobile. So somehow, I know I'm going to get it because I'm putting it out to the universe right now. I'm 1,000 subscribers. Done. Help me get them. And then I will be able to do that. And that's what I want to do for you, because I was so weird. I randomly come onto this live mediums channel, and I wasn't even following her. And I'm looking at her like this, and I'm thinking, pick me. She wasn't even going to do cards. She was like doing this meditation with sound. And I was like, oh my God. And everybody liked this video. I've only got 2 likes. You have to like it. See, I hear other people saying it. You need to like the video in order. I don't even know why you need to like it, but just like it. So, what was I just saying? See, now I forgot because I've told you to like it. With the cards. Oh yeah, so I was on this random channel and I'm looking at this lady's eyes and she goes, I feel I need to pull a card out for somebody. And I'm like, me. And I'm like looking and she goes, Ashley Marie. And I went, and she goes, okay, I can feel, and I've got it on my phone. So just in case no one believes me, she's shuffling and she's like, life purpose. And she said, I really need you. And she just gave me this explanation and I was just like, oh my God. And then I just like got out of it or whatever and was just in shock and wrote to her and said, thank you so much. Even when I was on one of young Farah's lives and then he called me up, like I said something funny or whatever, but I was channeling him and then next minute he said my name. And even this another person I've learned a lot from, who he's not a Trump supporter though, but he does have a lot of information to do with, it's Morg, I think his name is, or something. He's the man that has a big sword that goes down his throat. So, and he knows all about Hollywood and all that stuff. So I learned a lot from him as well. But even, I thought of a word and he said, it was so weird because I said oi in my head like an Aussie, and he goes oi, and then I was like, and he goes, I don't know why I just said that. And I was thinking in my head, it's because I just said it. So it was freaking me out. But so I think it'd be really good. Look into Jim Humble MMS jump and the disinfectant. So I'll do that. Yeah, I will definitely do that. So what was I saying? So there's a lot of things that I want to be able to do to help you. Like I said, my cards and stuff. And if I'm tuning in and to people in that, and if they're wanting an answer or just some guidance and stuff, I've got so many decks though. So I know what the Rider-Waite means straight away, but I read the book for the other ones. So some people are like, why are you reading the book? I'm like, well, I cannot explain this to you because this card is so in depth. Like when I first started the wake up that I had, I asked my cards, like I said, and it was literally Alice in Wonderland. And it said, actually, I might be able to find it if you don't mind waiting. I might be able to find it. I've got so many fucking screenshots of the worst shit. If anyone's seen my phone, it's like all Q stuff. And then it's like all these, the bad stuff anyway, which I don't really want to say. But yes, I've just got that many screenshots. People that know me know because I just send them to them if they want them. But anyway, I got these tarot cards and they just freaked me out. My best friend was like, just read them. And they weren't even like supposed to be like an Alice one. But I got Alice in Wonderland. And that's why I put my name as Alice Reddington on the thing. Let me see. I'm so sorry about this. I should have this stuff organized. But it was just too strange. And then I did another set the other day and I got the same thing. It was just pretty much saying that everyone's going to be calling me crazy. This is my destiny, that I need to do it no matter what. And then every time I've tried to stop and I think I've woken up enough people, I get another huge big bang. Like I was like, I wonder if I should vaccinate. And then it was like, do not vaccinate. I'm like, oh my God. Like it's just crazy. God, I have 22,000 photos. All people with OCD, they would just die if they had my phone. My best friend looks at my phone and goes, how have you got 2,000 something emails and they're just sitting there unread? And I'm like, yep, that's just how I am. See, so I need to try and channel into the other parts of my personality. Where can I find this? I really want to show you what it said because it was just too weird. So I even looked up like places like Pleiadians and things like that I want to go into for people that are interested in that type of stuff, because I didn't know really too much about all the other like star systems and things like that. Oh God, I've got some really bad photos on here. Not bad, but like Lady Gaga is so evil. Can't believe people still haven't woken up. Like how do these people watch these like the Fork Ball and then still think that it's just bullshit? Like, why would you think that? Okay, here we go. This is the card I got. Follow the white rabbit. The meaning of the card, right? It says, but when the rabbit actually took a watch out of his waistcoat pocket and looked at it and then turned on and then hurried on, Alice started to her feet, for it flashed across her mind that she had never before seen a rabbit with either a waistcoat pocket or a watch to take it out of. And burning with curiosity, she ran across the field after it and was just in time to see it pop down a large rabbit hole under the hedge. What the fuck? And I didn't even know that, like, they meant the rabbit hole. Like, when they said that, I was just like thinking the rabbit, because it was the adrenochrome, you know, the blue and the thing, and it was the rabbit, and Trump was saying all that stuff. So I was like, what the fuck? And I went into my son's room, and randomly he had a picture. I've got it here somewhere to show you, a picture of he had a white rabbit stuck on his wall, a white rabbit, and then another rabbit. And I was like, that's weird. It says something out of the ordinary happens nearly all the time. Most days, if you are aware, awake, and ready for adventure, there will be an opportunity to change your life. But for this to take place, you must follow the white rabbit. I've got goosebumps. You must go after whatever it is that excites you, inspires you, and entices you. The white rabbit does not go to Alice and ask her to accompany him. It is up to her to notice what is taking place. She does not think about what to do, nor discuss, sit, or ponder. If she had done so, the opportunity of entering Wonderland would have been lost. I can't even believe that. So that was my journey of coming into it. So perhaps forever. When Alice sees how strange and extraordinary this rabbit is, she leaps to her feet and she runs. She engages with the opportunity and goes after it. When this card comes to you, you are being advised that something interesting is about to happen. And when it happens, be ready to go after it with all of your passion, all of your might, and without hesitation. I feel like I'm going to cry because it's just so exactly what happened. Be awake and aware. Wonder at what will happen next. And when the extraordinary takes at the heart of the ordinary world, be ready to leap to your feet and run toward the enchantment and adventure. So a wondrous opportunity is going to break through your ordinary reality and give you the chance to change your world and your perception forever. Yes, hello. A few months ago, if you'd told me I couldn't buy toilet paper and that I couldn't go to the pub and play the pokies and that I couldn't go do anything, I'd say you were fucking nuts, right? Opportunity. So that was weird. Then use your time well. And it's a cat, an evil orange cat with this like weird time on it. And I'm thinking, what's that, right? Listen to this. I think you might do something better with the time, she said, than wasting it in asking riddles that have no answers. So that seems to have no answers. Asking riddles that seem to have no answers is like a waste of time, but sometimes it leads to discovery. When we allow ourselves to ask questions that may have no discernible answer, we might find out valuable things that unearth what we truly think and believe. But there is another element to this card, as there are people who will waste your time. This is what you need to understand. There are going to be people that are wasting your time trying to discredit every single thing that you're saying and everything that you've learned. It is not up to you to sit there and say, well, I'm going to show you, I'm going to prove to you. It is not up to you. They're going to wake up. Let them wake up in their own time. That's not up to you. You do what you want, but then you're entering into a lower dimensional field then, and you're giving away your power. You don't need to do that. You're better than that, and you have been here, and I'm being channeled now to be telling you all of this. We are all here for a reason at this time. How long is the Earth? The Earth's been here for 15 billions of years or whatever it is, right? So, but right now, so it's 2020 in our time. And now it's like the first time this has ever happened, ever. So you have been put here on this universe for a reason. If it's just to be a parent, or whatever it is. I know why I'm here. We need to figure out why you're here. All right. So there are people in our lives who just feel justified questioning, prying on wasting our time. It is up to you to decide what questions are worth answering and those that serve no purpose and can be left alone. Like Alice, you could find yourself becoming bothered by people's desire to confuse you. When this card comes, it is essential to create a safe space about yourself and to know what you are prepared to do, what you're prepared to withdraw from, and what you will leave well alone. Trust Alice on this. There are many people in the world with questions that will simply waste your very precious, impeccable time. Do you know how many people have wasted my time? So many people have wasted my time. So me trying to answer the question, you know what I mean? You're fighting with them or arguing with them on Facebook, going, no, but this is this and that. Don't do it. You just post it. I'm a smart ass now. I just post something and go, oh, this mustn't be true. And then they read it. And then they're like, it is true. Anyway, so There are many people in this world with questions. Answer only those that bring you closer to a resolution. So I want you to be connecting with people that are on your same vibration. So if you're connecting with somebody that's in a lower vibration, in a lower chakra, which I'll go into later, then you are like, you might notice when you're around someone and they make you really angry, and it's the energy. You know, they say you can cut the what is it, the tension with a knife. Because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. Okay, the energy, it's real. People don't talk about it. They don't learn about that about school because you sound crazy, but yet people say you can feel the tension in the air. So people bring with them, if someone touches you, I think it takes 7 years, I'll look that up, for that in order for that the energy to leave. So you need to know how to cleanse yourself from that. Get some sage your house. I'll teach you how to do it. Get some crystals. I'll teach you how to do that as well. That's what we need to be doing. So this is saying someone could be wasting your time by asking questions they have no interest in answering. People not listening or repeatedly asking for assistance. This is me also with my tarot. People continually asking me the same question. Set boundaries. So that's a really important card also. And then I got falling. This says the unknown, descent, change. And it says you are presently experiencing a time of descent. You're in between worlds. Oh my God, yet to land, yet to know what will come next, yet to feel the impact of the inevitable moment where your feet touch the earth again. At present, it is natural to feel doubt, discouragement, nerves, or even fear. Someone's meant to be hearing this on this chat or whenever they watch it, maybe not live, but you need to hear this. You have launched yourself into the taken a risk, dared to follow your instinct without the thought and consideration that would have seen you miss the chance that will come to you. But right now, you are completely within your process of descent. You may have allowed yourself to let go of people, places, objects, roles, or ways of being. We're changing. You might be changing your job. Everybody's having to change their job, really, in a certain sense. It's all going online. Everything's changing. The way we view the world. It could be that a relationship. So many people, imagine being stuck at home with your partner, like you think, okay, this isn't working. A type of career, a routine you once had is now not working. Something has unraveled and you are now moving into a different part of your destiny. A fall can be accompanied by disillusionment, a sense of something is broken. That's how I felt on my birthday. I cried my eyes out saying people are dying. I literally felt them dying and I was crying and I'm like, what's wrong with me? So I felt broken. A shattering of beliefs and perspectives. An inability to know what will come next. You may wonder, just like Alice, whether you will fall right through the earth. In other words, will everything in your world end? Will you simply keep falling and falling with no end at all? In the end, there will be a new place and a fresh way of being. I've got goosebumps to explore. For now, surrender to the descent into the passage to the next life. I've got goosebumps because I know what's happening and we're ascending into a new world, to the fifth dimension in a strange way that I'm trying to say it in layman's terms for people that don't know, and trying to say it for people that other people are so beyond spiritual way more than me that just are already there probably. So the world, we are being upgraded, like our bodies are physically being upgraded. You need to go out into the sun. Don't listen to people. You don't get burnt. Don't you all go walking around really, really burnt. Like, I don't mean that. But like, put some organic sunscreen on you or something, but at least be in the sun for 8 minutes and 50 seconds. So that your DNA can be upgraded. Go for a walk in nature, take your shoes off. Don't get bitten by ants or anything. I don't know where you live. But anyway, so the best possible response is to relax into the fall. Observe and wonder at what's to come. Know this was the only way through to the next stage of the evolution. Know this was the only way through to, so the entrance to your own wonderland, because this is your dream. This is your dream. There is no new discovery without descent. I'm in the middle. Thank you. Yeah. The entrance of your own wonderland. There is no new discovery without descent, without relinquishing, some of who you were. That's how I feel. I feel so much of me has gone, but I've gained a new version of myself. What is that deck? Okay, that's intense. Thank you. I know. I don't even know how you found that with how much you scrolled. Hey, I'm really good. That's it. I know. I scrolled some. I got 22,000 photos. So holding on to, okay, so what it's saying is the in-between, the end of what was once was, the letting go of who you were, the rebirth into new life, unknown outcomes, complete immersion into the process of change. So what if that doesn't, and then, you can't see it, follow the white rabbit. It's that code thing. It's that, fucking little, it's the adrenochrome 3 thing, and it says follow the right rabbit. That was my next thing. I was like, oh my God. So can you imagine me? Then I'm in a state of, oh fuck. Then I'm watching Q. Next minute I'm watching, then I'm watching Outer Shadows. Then I'm looking at every single thing. So it was a huge process, but I was like catapulted, like someone just shot me down that rabbit hole. And then I couldn't sleep. And then I cried. And then I was like, what is my place in this? So the deck is called, I'll get the decks for you. Lucy Cavendish is who I read. This is why people say, why do you have to read the book? How am I going to know how to say all that stuff? I've got like 80 decks of cards. I'm a card collector. I'm not going to know that. I can read right away. I can look at it and kind of tell you, but I can't go into that depth of the words of what she's saying. If that isn't a sign for, I had so many spiritual people ask, why is this pausing or doing some weird thing? That just did some weird thing. Someone must be listening. So if I've got, like, that couldn't have been any more for everybody. That wasn't just a direction for me. I given that to my spiritual friends, and they were like, can we please share this with others? Because that is just so spot on. So after I had started going crazy, looking up Avicii, his song A Better Day, I was bawling and I'm sharing it, and I'm like, and look at Justin Bieber's Yummy, go and have a look at it. And then when I'm telling everybody and I'm sharing so much stuff on Facebook, everyone said, someone wrote to one of my cousins, is like, have you been hacked? And I'm like, no. Have you seen Falkable? And I tell you what, all these people that I had on my Facebook years ago when I was single, and then I deactivated it when I met my partner and had my baby, I reactivated it. So I had all these guys on there. They all sent me dick pics. So when they sent a dick pic, I'd send Falkable, and then they'd watch it. And then they would be like, oh my God, what the hell? Send me more. So then I would be uploading more stuff. So I do feel I have woken a lot of people up. I think I scared a lot of people off because I didn't do it really the right way. I just kind of went all in. And then a lot of people, especially teachers, I've got a lot of teacher friends, and they are the hardest. I don't know why. They just are in denial, and they're like, this is not true. You have lost the plot. You're concentrating. You've changed and everything. I'm still me. I'm still Ash. I'm still crazy. I'm still me. But I needed this process. I needed this 3 months for me to learn everything in order for me to find out why I needed to. And it's to help everybody else in order to come to terms with it. Because a lot of the stuff I wasn't shocked at, and a lot of the stuff it was okay. I could cope with it. But a lot of it was, as you would know. But anyway, so hello. Paul, how are you? Oh, I have the deck of her cards. They're awesome, gorgeous. They are, aren't they? I have all of them. I've just collected them. I'm pretty sure that was, I think it's that those are the cards. And then there was another one. Yes, I have researched the finders, which I'll talk about later too. I have got these other cards also, which I'm going to show you. I'll get all of them out. They're actually there. I should probably just get them. Hang on 1 second. Stay there. Oh, you stay there, right? Okay, so I used to do makeup for a bit, like, because I love art and stuff like that. Sorry. But, so this is what I take when I do all my client stuff. So I've got these cards here. I've got these ones that my partner bought me, but they've got a pyramid on them, so they've freaked me out a bit. And then we've got these ones. So this is Oracle Shadows and Lights, and that's Lucy Cavendish. See, the reason why I have so many is because some people relate to different things. Some people love vampires. Here's my vampire cards, and they're her vampire ones, and other people hate vampires, so they're like, I don't want them ones, so that I get the person to choose them. These are my go-to ones just to find out what somebody, they're beautiful angel cards. It's like just a direction. So I just pick out 3 and say, you know what I mean? I'll do it now. I'll show you. So usually they just fly out at me. But it might be for something. See what I mean? Usually the ones that you fly out, you pick up straight away, and unless there's like 20 that fly out sometimes. So when you're shuffling, you just go until your instinct or something just goes, okay, stop. There we go. Okay, child. So somebody's obviously wanting to have a baby, or is thinking if they're going to have a baby. Okay. Or it could be the children. There's something. Getting back to your childlike. So somebody in this chat or whatever is pregnant, they haven't told anyone, or they want to have a baby. It's all about family. So we've got child and we have family. And the next one, ground yourself. that might be for me. So we've all got to ground ourselves and especially go outside, like I said, and I've never done that. Like I wear shoes. Go outside and put your feet on the ground, Mother Earth, Mother Nature. Okay, I've got these ones too, the Soul Journey ones. Then I've got these shape-shifting ones. These were like the first ones I think they would give, like told by me. Look how the artwork on them is amazing. They are gorgeous. Like they're not dark either. Like some of them can be dark, but these ones aren't. Like, I don't know. But there's so many meanings behind them. So, and for all my friends that I read constantly, they have their favorite cards. Like my little other soulmate that I have that I love, these are her cards. She loves mermaids. So these are like her mermaid cards. And it's that funny. They said in there, they're so specific. I can't even explain how specific these are. They said, you've got to stop looking at your size of your feet and stop worrying about them. And literally the day before she was saying, my feet are so big and I'm so upset about it. I'm a size whatever she was. And I'm like, we just both sat there and went, what the hell? And so many times with these ones, I will reshuffle and I will get the same 3 cards. And my best friend can be a testament to that. I'll get the same 3 cards over and over and over again. And it's just too strange. Oh my God, this is the rabbit that my son had. So I walk in his room. Why is this rabbit all like cut up? What? And that's after it says, ow. Like, no, too weird. And then we've got, I haven't even got my, the actual ones that I wanted to show you. They're somewhere else, but these are the Rider-Waite. So these are the ones I'm going to do a video on every single one of these cards for you. If you want to learn, because it was a long time for me. I think I don't know. Yeah, so I can go through and teach you every single one of them, what they mean, their color and everything. You get yourself a deck and you'll be able to do them yourself. You are psychic, by the way. Every single person is psychic. There's not one person that isn't psychic. We have just been told that's why our water has fluoride in it. That's why our food has poison in it. It is to make our pineal gland, like it's to poison it, because that is our connection to the universe. So that is like how you become more psychic, is to cleanse your pineal gland. So when people are meditating and things like that, that's what they're trying to do, and they're trying to reach that. It's if you can meditate and picture it going up your spine, apparently, if you watch Joe Dispenza and watch his stuff or whatever, and then you can feel it when you're meditating or whatever. So what it is a so it's a pineal gland, because it looks like a pine nut, apparently, or pine cone or something. Pine cone, it looks like that. But when you cut it in half, it looks like a eye, like the eye of a Horus or whatever. So here it is. I've got it tattooed on me. So, and that's like your third eye. So back in the day, before there was like the humankind, the human race or whatever, there's 7 different types, I think, that I've learnt, which I'll teach you about later. But apparently someone was they just had one eye. That's it. They started off with just one eye. So they had the one eye, and then eventually we evolved, and then we have 3 eyes. So we've got these 2 eyes, and then the one is in the back of our head, and that's the one that they don't want anyone being psychic. When you look up MK Ultra, you look up the CIA, they used to use psychics back then in order to spy on Russia. Go look it up. The best advice I can give you is to get the app